Hello everyone, Darcenovia here once again with another review on Star Trek. This time I'm reviewing the second book of the Legacy trilogy, written by David Mark. Now, this is a series of novels. If you haven't paid attention to my last review, I recommend watching the Captain review first. That review will explain what I'm about to say. This is essentially a continuation of the 50th anniversary trilogy for Star Trek. Now, this particular novel continues right where that one leaves off. There's multiple plot lines. There's one where Una is in an unknown universe that doesn't work in the same way as our universe does. And the other, which is the main storyline in this book, is Captain Kirk trying to prevent the war with the Klingons. And there's parties involved that want to sabotage the peace talks. Now, if you've seen the episodes, at least the episode The Errand of Mercy, which is what this book references a lot, you'll know why these peace talks have to be successful, because the entities will cripple both, armies, which will leave them vulnerable, and there are parties that have a vested interest in making sure these peace talks fail. Now, this book, in my opinion, is a lot better than the first. It has a lot of suspense. The political drama, it feels very Star Trek. And this feels like this would be a great Star Trek episode if it were made back in the day. The tension is really high. I really, was on the edge of my seat. I couldn't stop reading this book. I went through this quickly when I read this novel, more than the first one. I think the guy who wrote this gets Star Trek. This feels like a genuine Star Trek novel. I feel like David Mark, even though he's mostly known for writing Star Trek Destiny and the Cold Equations trilogy, I think he did an amazing job with the original cast here. I imagined William Shatner's Kirk, the way he writes him, same thing with Leonard Nimoy's Spock, etc. Now, this novel, if you've read the first book and you enjoyed it, I recommend picking this up. I really did enjoy it because, it was fast-paced, the political drama was great, and I couldn't help but continue to read. The parts of Una, her portion of the story, is not really featured in this book as much as the Kirk and Spock portion, but I do consider it interesting nevertheless, exploring a different universe that doesn't work with the same laws as our universe. And, well, like the first one, this book ends on a cliffhanger. Well, of course it's going to. And I will have to read the third book in the trilogy to get a conclusion. Now, if you like the first book, or you were not really interested in the first book because it didn't feature Spock and all your favorite characters from the original Trek series, well, this book, I will tell you, is a lot better than the first one. If you don't want to read about, side characters, you just want to focus on the main ones, this one does a great job. This feels like a Star Trek episode, and I highly recommend it. I give this a great rating. I think it's one of the best Star Trek novels I've read. Anyway, next time, I will see you with another video, and the next one will be another one of the giant novels for Star Trek The Next Generation. This time, it will be on Vendetta by Peter David. Have a good day, everyone, and may we live long and prosper.